It's been reached.
Yes, just announced over the wires. We took a sort of an incomplete deal from the council that the council passed in 2018, and we made it complete. Grateful to John Ingram and soccer for kicking in another $54 million that the taxpayers would have had to cover. And also this very important parcel between the stadium and the speedway is really going to be governed by great public use principles with our planning director and with the development side.
So you're getting
Market
HC
Street.
back.
It's public space. There's some principles about how to use it. I can't say we know exactly what it will look like, but everybody is committed to great civic space that's functional for all the historic uses at the fairgrounds. And also today there's going to be released a letter from Bristol Speedway. They are hugely excited about the ability to bring NASCAR to Nashville. So one thing that's not gotten done is we do have to figure out the funding for the improvement of the speedway so that we can have that level of event here in Nashville and have two 30,000 seat stadiums right across from each other with incredible public space between the two things. And for the first time you have a site plan that recognizes all the historic uses at the fairgrounds. Not a single use, and collectively to work together to have it be a very remarkable site for anywhere in the country. Nobody knows if two separate 30,000 seat stadiums with the public space, the Browns Creek Greenway at the bottom of the hill needs investment, but we can turn that into Nashville's version of the Beltline and in a multimodal way bring people to the site. But it has to work. The whole site has to work in terms of modality and beauty and functionality, and that will help the mixed-use space that is there too.
Did you have to give up anything to get HC? Money?
Patience, time, but this is what negotiations look like. I appreciate everybody in Nashville hanging in there to get the very best deal that we could get done. And I know it's been a concern to the soccer stadium, and I'm grateful for their participation and such a fine answer. The bones of this deal were kind of cooked. It was incomplete, but now I think it has been made something that we should all be proud of going forward. You can go back and look at this and say your various aspects made you uncomfortable. Let's go forward and look at a really great site plan, two uses. Let's get NASCAR here. The Speedway has the potential, I'm very excited about it, to be profitable for the city. And so this additional investment has the potential to be profitable not only in name and visibility and traffic, but it'll make the whole site function better economically, but the ability to make money off the Speedway will be something that's been missing from the fairgrounds for a lot of years.
Do you think you can convince the Fair Board that they need to deal with SMI?
Yes, I certainly talked to some members of the Fair Board. They are enthusiastic on their historic mission on racing and getting that done. And I think I've talked to the executive director just a few moments ago. They're excited to move on to the next phase, I think, and to get beyond to where we are. It is very important to recognize the commitment by soccer for this extra $54 million, because the taxpayer was otherwise going to be on the hook for that. And I'm grateful that now you've got a self-sufficient soccer enterprise, and I do think that their mixed-use space on the site will be much better and stronger once we balance out all the uses, and that will include Speedway. That I'm hoping that they realize the mixed-use site has as much interest in the Speedway being a success as the rest of the city does.
You ready to go forward now and sign the demolition papers?
I am.
How soon will that happen, do you think?
Soon. The MLS Commissioner is in town today. There's a convention, I think, of all the World Cup participants making the bid, of which Nashville is part of, for the World Cup in the out years. So the Commissioner is in town today, so I think this will get his, hopefully, full attention. But that is, part of working this out, is getting everybody is on the original timetable and track. Everybody is recognizing the goal of financially soccer being self-sufficient, not having a general taxpayer subsidy for soccer that comes through deal guarantees and additional cash, and then having the site plan, the public use part of the site plan, so that the whole site can be successful. Now, to be worked out, the State Fair needs to spend some time and attention to see how we can work out the state fair, but having additional public space is going to be very important, maybe to helping solve that problem.
And what about the affordable housing part of it?
Well, the affordable housing, the community benefits agreement is honored and memorialized in these agreements. It's not a side part between two parties that was non-enforceable. This is formally part of the agreement going forward, down to the letter of the community benefits agreement.
You're being pulled away.
So it's all every part of this. It's a Nashville for everybody. This is a deal for everybody. It's been hard, but I think there's a great path forward.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.